Watsonville PD has not yet identified the suspects, although many people have given them the name the Underdog.
2K9s in the back of the house. Neighborhood tripping on us. They just mad, we don't know how to turn it down. Feel like Charlie Brown, only got my dog when I slide through town. Pardon my French, but fuck you know about making these vibes and making it bounce. All my dogs official, blow the whistle like they waiting on me. They stay hating on me. They try playing all these old games like it's Sega, homie.
Yo, welcome back to the Latinxhiphop YouTube channel. Man, I want to say shout out to all the artists that are competing. This is the very first time I create some content for the tournament, and I would like to keep updates on here. If you're not following on Instagram, which I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys are, I just want to get on here and really show the bracket and talk about what the purpose of all this is. Not only is it basically a popularity contest, because you're obviously going to get your followers and their followers to come vote on the story. And so for 24 hours everybody's going to have the same 24 hours to come vote. And with this event, it brings new fans, new followers, and it helps you guys out, and it gets me an opportunity to get to know some of y'all's music. Now, just about every year, it's like I get to, I start to become a fan of some of these artists. And, last year there were a lot of new faces that I didn't know about. And, man, I really got to like some of these artists, and I became a fan favorite of them. I became a fan of them. There's going to be 4 brackets. There's going to be bracket A, B, C, and D. Eventually, at the end of bracket A and bracket B, they will go up against each other, and the same thing, C and D. And then, towards the end, it'll just be, 2 artists one-on-one. So it's 32 artists. That is a lot. So I did a whole spinner thing, and man, you will be surprised. The spinner took about 8 minutes just for me to write down every 32 artists. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. Hopefully, I'm going to show you bracket A, B, C, and D. And I'm not going to lie. Some of these names I may not pronounce correctly. Please forgive me for that. I really don't know how to. I'm more good with faces than names. So to begin with, this is going to be round. Bracket A is going to be basically day 1. It's going to be 4 rounds. And then etc. for B, the next day C, the next day D. So everybody's going to get a chance to, kind of give them some time to chill. So it's like you get your fans to come vote those 24 hours. And then after that, you kind of just chill. So it's going to be, and we're going to take weekends off. So bracket A will go first on Monday. Bracket B, Tuesday. Wednesday, C. Thursday, D. And then we'll come back, and I think we'll do whatever's left of A and B the following week. And so basically it's going to probably be like a 2-week, 3-week process. It kind of all depends. But it more than likely will be something like that. And yeah, man, so I'm going to get this going. And like I said, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. So for bracket A, we have, I'm guessing your name is Sace, or man, like I said, I'm sorry I pronounced it wrong. And you're gonna go up against Spy MC, and then the next group is Frankie Gopez versus Gmo. Gmo, he actually he was in it last year. I think he made it to like the 3rd round or something. But man, he went up there, man. He showed out. You have Legacy. I'm familiar with Legacy, and he's going up against 44 Lil Jon. I'm not familiar with 44 Lil Jon. I just know he's a homie of HTMG Miklo. And then we have Mage Monroe, which that's one of the guys from Slow Burn Crew. If you're not familiar with them, shout out to Slow Burn Crew. man, do they have a catalog of music? So I'm really curious what songs Mage is going to be, choosing if he starts to move up the ranks. And he's going to go up against Texas Saints. He's a new artist. I believe he's probably been doing this for just a few months now. And the guy's good. So, that's somebody I want to see how far he goes. And then on to bracket B. Kaylee X, I'm not too familiar with you, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you got and how far you get. OTM RX, that's the homie right there. One of the guys from Men of Business. He was in it last year, and he actually, I think first round, he went with another one of his members from Men of Business. And I can't remember who went up the next round, but that's one of the homies. Shout out to him. He was helping me out with the Latinxhiphop Awards. You have El Gordo Flow. He's a Spanish rapper from Houston. SK Winter Yat. I believe you're somewhere on the east side. I'm not too familiar with you. I think you got some boom bap tracks. So I'm curious to see what you're gonna bring. You have Schizo. I don't think I'm too familiar with you. I might have heard one or two tracks a while back. It's been a while, but I haven't had a chance to check you out. Y2 Rios. He's going to go up against Y2 Rios. Y2 Rios, I know I heard a couple songs. I think he did with Juan the Father, Mellow Thing, which were pretty nice. So I'm curious what he's going to bring. And then the last round for bracket B is going to be Ali Victorious versus Sean Penn. Ali, I've heard a couple of his tracks. I like his stuff. Sean Penn is a new guy, so I don't know what I'm going in. I don't know what I'm going to hear from that guy. And now going on to bracket C is going to be Aztec Speech versus Tillo. I think that one's going to be crazy. That's Atlanta versus Houston right there. So I think those two artists are great. So I don't even know what the outcome is going to be on that one. And then the next round is Sub-Zero versus Elijah Moon. I've only heard one song from Sub-Zero. Elijah Moon is another artist who was on it last year. So he was someone that caught my attention. He did bring up a lot of unreleased songs, and I gotta say I liked them. I enjoyed them. So I was looking forward to when he was getting ready to release them. Next round, S.A. Raps versus Sanato. Houston versus Chicago. S.A. Raps is a Spanish rapper. Sanato, man, he's one of many talented artists from Chicago. So I'm curious how that's going to go. And then the last one for bracket C, HTMG Miklo versus Jack Frost. I think that one's going to be a tough one. I think that one's going to be like one that's, head to head. Like they're going to be off. Man, that might even be a tie. Now, if we get any ties, if you don't know, we're going to do it. There will be a sudden death round, which you wouldn't even have to show a song. It'd be like a 4-hour sudden death voting. So the artist will only be given 4 hours instead of 24 hours. So just a heads up, that is one that I think will happen. We'll probably make it the following day though. And then bracket D, you got Chicano Vega versus JD Nava. I'm already familiar with the homie Chicano Vega. He's dope. Basically an OG. JD, I recently got into some of his music. I know he's got 2 songs that I really like. Man, I cannot remember the name of them, but that one's going to be interesting. And then the next one is Dano the Psycho. I believed if he wasn't in the first tournament, he was in the second, but he's a reoccurring artist coming on, and he's going up against Dope Cortez. Dope Cortez, I don't think I've heard many of your stuff, but you did do a freestyle for me on the Latinxhiphop Awards this year, and I thought that was dope. So I'm curious to see how that one's going to go as well. Next one is Ray Marcos versus Dame. I can't remember if I've heard any of Ray's songs, but Dame, I am familiar with him. He's really onto some hip hop stuff, so that's gonna be dope to see. And then last but not least, you have Vile versus It's AB. I'm not too familiar with Vile, but It's AB, I believe he's from Dallas or Fort Worth. He's pretty dope. I know he does a couple songs with one of the homie Marty Rebel. So I'm curious to see how that round's gonna play out. But regardless, over it all, I'm really curious how it's gonna go. I can have some predictions, but once I start to see your fans come for you, like they start voting for you, then it's all like, whoa, like this guy has fans. He has real true supporters that are coming in and voting for him, and that's really dope. So, and then like I said, I get to discover new music. Some of these guys, they're playing songs I personally haven't even heard, and with the some people that I said I'm not too familiar with, or that I didn't say too much about, now I get to figure out what they have to offer and see how it goes. So that's the bracket. I want to say good luck to everybody. And I've said it before, hopefully everybody has at least their one song ready once their round is ready to come up. If I do not receive it, they will be disqualified. Or since it's the first rounds, say for example somebody from one of the first rounds doesn't respond to me for whatever reason, because it has happened unfortunately, I will try to get somebody to substitute, because there's people that want to do this. It's exposure, and like I said, it gives people to hear some of your songs. So but yeah, that's really all I got. Appreciate you if you're watching this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Shoot, let me know in the comments right now who you think is gonna be winning it all at the very end. So 32 artists, you'll hear at least 5 tracks to the ones that make it to the top. And yeah, good luck to everybody, and thank you again for watching. I'm out.